Dane County is considering a proposal for a new mail scanning program. It's part of an effort to eliminate the chance of contraband, like drugs, from coming into the jail. The Dane County Sheriff says the new program would process mail in an off-site facility and send digital copies of mail to each individual inmate's tablet. Currently, deputies open and inspect all mail for illegal substances, but officials say the new process would save time and make sure that those substances aren't even entering the jail facilities. People have opposed the plan because of privacy concerns, but the Dane County Sheriff says safety is his top priority.
I want to say we understand the importance of physical mail and the role that plays in rehabilitation. But our ultimate goal, my ultimate priority as a sheriff, is saving lives. And that is the most important thing to me. If someone is not alive to receive the mail, then it's all for naught.
The Public Protection and Judiciary Committee will hold a public discussion tonight at 6:30. The first vote on the proposal is scheduled for July 22nd.